everybody. I have a few tips today that might be helpful for you, and it comes from a few things that seem to work to help me get into a better mood this weekend, and that really usually happens from what they call being in alignment. Esther Hicks would say that, the speaker. That's a spiritual term, usually getting into spiritual alignment or getting back into positive flow of things, being more centered, peaceful, connection to God, even though we're connected all the time, in my belief. Supposedly, when we're in the lower vibrations, lower feelings, we're a little bit cut off from that smoother, positive flow of God's blessings, and we don't feel as good, as happy, as clear thinking, etc. So a few things that helped me to have some spiritual alignment, be back into the positive flow, positive mindset. I think there's about 5 things. One was Gary V-E-E for Vaynerchuk is a big marketing guru, creative person. I would say inventor too, artist, but he's a real marketing guru. And if anyone hasn't heard of him, he's very encouraging. His language is usually R-rated, if that gets anybody, but he gives a lot of positive messages, and I happen to watch some of his YouTube videos, and he's giving very encouraging advice on how to become successful in business and in your own creative projects. He's also talking about the new trends. He's a predictor of trends online and everything, so he's very exciting to watch, and he really believes people at every age can, make a difference, be a positive force in the world, and create success, and do projects online, etc. He's really, really very encouraging if you want to catch him on any social media platforms. Gary V-E-E. That's 1 out of 5. The second thing is, something to help feel encouraged and a little uplifted, and get back into a positive alignment, positive mindset. This is what worked for me this week. Another thing, that was one was, I saw an ad for a free shredding event, and I think they have that probably in a town near you, especially after tax season. So I kind of pushed myself to do it. I had a lot of old paperwork that needed to be shredded, and in bigger amounts. So I actually did that. They had one of them here at the church in Brooklyn. That was very cool, very interesting, and helps you feel like you're getting lighter and letting go of old stuff, the old you, moving in the new energy. So a shredding event is very cool, and it makes you feel lighter. So that was something else that was encouraging. A 3rd out of 5 things is going out with your friends, even if it feels like you don't have the time to, because of your to-do list, which was keeping me from doing things. Last minute, I made myself meet up with friends locally, had a dinner, had some laughs. Really is like getting a second wind, especially when you feel down or you feel like you're immersed in your quote-unquote problems and challenges. And that helps you get back into spiritual alignment where you're more centered, and then you have more clarity to know, maybe what some next steps are for yourself. That was 3. 2 other things that helped me to feel more encouraged and positively aligned was, what was the other thing? Today I had mentioned in the last video, Rachel McLeod is like a stress and trauma therapist that I met online, as far as she has a free class and everything. And I started doing some of those tapping on pressure points, EFT and other kinds of energy balancing little exercises to calm anxiety, uplift depression, to a certain extent. Again, this is not professional advice. Professional health advice is for entertainment purposes only, but I made myself do some of those tapping on like anxious thoughts and stuff before I took this walk, and then I felt lighter, and I even had the thought to put on some music. I put on some old Huey Lewis songs from the 80s, and I felt lighter, and I was dancing a little bit, and then I felt like taking this walk, which is another thing to help realign. So that's a bonus one. But the 5th thing I was going to say that was encouraging, there was something else, but going for the walk, really movement. I'm going to make that the 5th one. Movement, getting outdoors is very helpful. They always say that. Wellness is really body, mind, and spirit, and that tends to help you to feel better about life, more hopeful, have more clarity. So some kind of exercise as often as possible, outside, in the daylight, sun, the air, that always helps. So I did that again today. And that's all for now. I just wanted to share that. And trying to stick to these videos, make content, and I know, this is the bonus one. To help encourage yourself, kind of just do it, as far as do the things like I'm doing this video, and I didn't have my makeup on, I didn't have the right lipstick, and a lot of times those things are what slows us down, because we feel like things have to be perfect before we do them, and then we never do them. So the idea is not to judge yourself so much. Do them even imperfectly. Do these little projects, these little inklings of creative thoughts. And this is kind of that culture these days, that you'll get better as you do them. And all these professionals that are, say, on YouTube or whatever, say their first videos were lousy, and things improve as you do it, and you get used to it, and you get ideas, and you get better skills. So ease up on yourself, follow your heart, follow your dreams. Oh, that's the second one, second bonus. There's a very cool new entrepreneurial themed play called Joy, joythemusical.com. It's about Joy Mangano, a successful inventor, host, entrepreneur from QVC, a TV shopping channel. And she just came out with this musical that's encouraging, and it sounds great for people who are looking to follow their dreams in life or in business. And it's supposed to be encouraging for people to do just that. So that's off Broadway. I'm hoping to catch that this summer. So those are some cool things going on. Follow your own bliss, anything that will be joyful for you. And then you get your second wind of clarity and creativity and some contentment. Again, have a great day. Thank you.